What if the core skill of mental discipline isn't about holding on, but about letting go? We often approach focus and self-mastery as a fortress to build. Perfect streaks, rigid routines, unbreakable control. But that fortress is built on sand. The streak breaks, the routine shatters, and we're left feeling like we've failed. This video is about a different kind of discipline. One that accepts a simple, liberating truth. You can't keep it. Not the perfect morning, not the flawless focus session, not the fixed version of yourself you're trying to become. And that's not a flaw in your willpower. It's the fundamental condition of being human in a changing world. True resilience isn't found in permanent control, but in skillfully, calmly navigating impermanence. Over the next few chapters, we'll dissect why our clinging to outcomes exhausts us and offer a practical reframe. Where you can't keep it stops being a source of shame and becomes the foundation for a calmer, more adaptive focus. To understand that shift, we first need to see the mechanics of the grip itself. So, why does that grip feel so necessary? It starts with a fundamental mismatch. Our brains are prediction machines, wired to crave certainty and reduce error. We instinctively apply this to our goals and habits, treating a perfect streak like a secure base, a psychological concept from attachment theory meant for relationships, not outcomes. When we attach our sense of self-worth to maintaining that streak, our identity becomes brittle. Every potential slip isn't just a mistake. It feels like evidence we are failing. This creates what researchers call a high allostatic load, the cumulative strain of constantly working to maintain control. The mental energy spent monitoring, fearing loss, and enforcing rigidity drains the very cognitive resources we need for deep focus and calm judgment. We exhaust ourselves trying to hold the world still, and in doing so, we undermine the stability we were seeking. The solution, then, isn't to grip harder. It's to understand the grip itself is the problem. And that understanding is the first step toward a different kind of strength. So how do we build that different kind of strength? We start by practicing non-attachment, not as a lofty ideal, but as a daily micro-skill. The first practice is a reset ritual. You deliberately break a streak before it breaks you. You skip a day of a rigid routine on purpose, not out of failure, but to reclaim agency from the streak itself. This isn't about quitting. It's a controlled burn. You prove to your brain that the container, the perfect record, was never the source of your progress. Your commitment is. The second practice is process anchoring. You tie your identity not to the brittle outcome. I am a writer who has published, but to the adaptable effort. I am someone who engages with the work. When the outcome is uncertain, the effort is always available. This shifts your focus from monitoring a result you can't control to engaging with a process you can. Together, these micro-practices cultivate a resilient focus that thrives on change, not control. You stop exhausting yourself trying to hold the world still. And that brings us back to the title. The point isn't the loss. The point is the freedom and calm you find in fully engaging with what is, not with what you were desperately trying to keep. You can't keep it. And that's precisely what makes your focus and your peace unbreakable.